I asked Claude AI to create me a simple workflow as a solopreneur, which would help me turn one image into a month's worth of on-brand, social-ready assets for a marketing campaign, including the captions. Last year, that would have taken me hours. But with my workflow, it takes just a few minutes. So today I'm going to share with you the 5 easy steps I took so you can replicate the workflow for your own business. You don't need design qualifications and you don't need to worry about writing AI text prompts. All you need is an account with Adobe Firefly, who's kindly sponsoring this video, and Claude AI. So let me show you how it works. So the first step, obviously, is to set up accounts in Adobe Firefly and Claude AI if you haven't done so already. So for Firefly, just type this URL into your browsers. I'll leave a link underneath in the description to help you out. And then open up Claude AI and set up your account there. You can start with free accounts in both Adobe Firefly and Claude. Step 1, connecting Adobe in Claude AI. To do this, I had to find the Adobe for Creativity connector. Adobe for Creativity makes Adobe's professional, creative tools available inside your Claude chat. All you need to do is chat with Claude using everyday conversational language and tell it what you want to achieve. Claude then picks the right Adobe tools and handles all the time-intensive technical stuff. Sounds great, doesn't it? So from Claude's homepage, go to the left-hand side column and click Customize and click Connect Your Apps. Scroll down until you find the Adobe for Creativity connector. To add a connector, ordinarily you'd click on a plus icon, but I've already connected Adobe for Creativity, so I'm just going to reconnect it for you, just so that you can see how easy it is. So connect Claude with Adobe using your usual sign-in credentials, so email or Google, and then you'll see a little notification to tell you that Claude and Adobe are connected. And you only need to go through this step once, because once it's connected, that's it. The moment it's connected, Claude gets an entire set of Adobe skills. Skills are like bundles of knowledge that Claude will tap into when carrying out certain tasks. So, for example, it will have the skill to change the background colour of an image, resize a video, and create a board in Firefly. So that's technical stuff. Now let's move on to the exciting bits. I started in a new chat, and then in the chat box, I asked Claude to help me write some text prompts that I could use in Firefly to generate a variety of new images for a marketing campaign. I used ordinary language, nothing technical at all. I then clicked on the plus icon to upload my one and only photograph from my laptop. Once done, I hit enter and waited for Claude to generate my Firefly prompts. And within just a few seconds, Claude had suggested 8 text prompts I could use in Firefly from different creative angles. So Claude handled all the technical stuff for me, including styles, lighting, and even photographic details. None of which I'm particularly familiar with, but Claude handled it for me. So I chose a prompt, copied the text, and hopped back over to Adobe Firefly for the next step. I started by generating an image by clicking on More from the homepage. From the column in the left-hand side, I chose the AI model I wanted to use. For those of you who aren't familiar with Firefly, you'll find Firefly's own AI models at the top. Anything generated by Firefly is designed to be commercially safe to use, which is a huge bonus. Underneath are Firefly's cutting-edge AI partner models. You'll need to have a paid plan to use these models, but for just £9.98 or $9.99, you'll get to use all of these incredible models, as well as the video models and any others which are added in the future. I decided to work with Nano Banana 2, then chose the aspect ratio for my image, the resolution. I set mine at 2K, but you can go up to as much as 4K with Nano Banana 2. Next, I uploaded the product flat lay photo as a reference image, which acts like a visual guide for the AI model. I'll leave a link to a video at the end of this tutorial so you can learn more about the incredible power of using reference images in generative AI. I uploaded my flat lay product photo from my own laptop, And this is where it got exciting. Remember the prompt that I copied in Claude? Well, I pasted it into the prompt box in Firefly, then hit generate and sat back and waited to see what Firefly came up with. I did speed this process up a little bit, but within a matter of minutes, Firefly generated another image with the same consistent coral and teal palette against a sandy beach backdrop. I repeated this process as many times as I wanted to generate new images using Claude's suggested text prompts, and within a matter of minutes, it generated another image with the same consistent brand look and feel. So I carried on until I ended up with at least a couple of weeks' worth of beautiful images that I could use on social media. But since the images were in landscape, I had to resize them to suit every social media platform I was going to share them on. Usually that would take me several hours to do if I wanted to do it properly, but with Claude, it would take a matter of seconds. I explained to Claude exactly what I wanted, clicked on the plus icon as I'd done before to upload my photograph into Claude, and then hit enter. And you'll notice as you work in Claude, you'll see it drawing on the Adobe skills that were uploaded right at the start of the video, and you'll get some wonderful feedback from Claude as well. From time to time, Claude will prompt you to take a course of action, so just follow the instructions on screen. So here I'm being prompted to upload the file again directly into Adobe using the file picker, and underneath, Claude confirmed my instructions. So once I'd uploaded my image again into Adobe and followed the instructions on screen to go to the next step. You can quite literally see Claude working through the set of instructions on screen. You'll notice that when Claude resizes images, he uses a skill called generative expand. And this feature uses AI to properly resize images beyond their original parameters, so the images are properly framed rather than just cropped. And there are my beautifully resized images all ready for social media. You can ask Claude to make any amendments at any stage using simple conversational text prompts. So I wanted a bit more clear space at the top of my Instagram square image to add some text overlay. And within less than a minute, Claude had made those adjustments for me. You can repeat the resizing process all in one go in Claude, or you can do it as and when you need the images. So now it's time to knit everything together in one smooth and streamlined workflow by asking Claude to write the captions for each relevant social media platform. All I had to do was explain to Claude what the images were for and give Claude an outline of my marketing campaign, finishing up with a call to action. I hit enter and then sat back with a cup of coffee and waited for Claude to do all the hard work, which would normally have taken at least an hour out of my day. In fact, Claude gave me 3 options to choose from, plus a little bit of advice right at the end. Thanks, Claude. That's it, a month's worth of captioned social media assets from a single photo. I've left all the links I mentioned in the video in the description box underneath. So if you'd like to learn more about how to use AI as a solo creator to get more done without feeling completely overwhelmed, just hit the subscribe button. Next up, why not find out more about using those reference images I mentioned to help you generate AI images and videos? I think you'll be amazed by what they can do. So thanks very much for watching, and I will see you next time.